While lemons didn't grow abundantly in Upper Canada in the 1850s, we did have raspberries. Welcome to the Backwoods Kitchen. I'm your host, Holly Venison, and I'm so pleased to welcome you to the first episode of my thesis series. On today's show, I'll be preparing a refreshing summer drink that rivals lemonade in any Victorian backwoods popularity contest, raspberry vinegar. Catherine Partrail isn't the only cookbook author to have a recipe for raspberry vinegar, but it is particularly attractive for settlers due to the abundance of forageable berries in Ontario woods, and of course you could also plant berry bushes in your kitchen garden. Furthermore, berries of all varieties have been part of the traditional diets of many Indigenous nations, with blueberries and cranberries being native plants to Canada. Drinks like this were popular in the summer for keeping cool, and as a non-alcoholic drink option for families, children, and guests. This affordable drink was cheap to produce, as maple or apple cider vinegar were items that could have been made in the home, and raspberries could be foraged, grown in kitchen gardens, or purchased for cheap. In another contemporary cookbook to Trail's time, The Frugal Housewife, author Lydia Marie Child makes note that in a country where raspberries are abundant, it is good economy to make it answer instead of port or Catalonia wine, emphasizing the drink as an affordable luxury. Variations of this drink, alcoholic or otherwise, remained popular well into the 20th century. And onto the recipe. Believe it or not, this drink can take up to 72 hours to make, with most of that time allocated for the raspberries to infuse. The recipe itself is rather straightforward, and to paraphrase from the book, we let a quantity of raspberries infuse in the vinegar for 24 hours, refresh the berries, and repeat twice more. Finally, when you've drained the fruit for a third time, add in your quantity of sugar, and then boil the mixture for about 10 minutes, allowing it to cool and bottling it for future use. This drink is even cheaper to produce if you use what Trail calls homemade sugar, meaning maple sugar, instead of an imported white sugar. I've already let the berries infuse for 48 of the recommended 72 hours, so we will continue with the second half of the recipe. Catherine Partrail might be shocked to know how much more expensive raspberries are nowadays, and once a cheap luxury, in my opinion, has elevated itself to just luxury. If you saw the introductory episode, you'll know that I'm looking for your suggestions to research and film a future episode. I'd like for this series to be an exploration of Canadian cooking, and I'll try my best to incorporate your ideas into a community submission episode later in the show. So if you like, leave your ideas, suggestions, or queries in the comments, and let's get a conversation going. But before we get into that, how about a taste test? So for the sake of comparison, I'll be trying the raspberry vinegar straight. And then I'm going to water it down. Trail recommends diluting it in a jug of water for serving in the guide anyway, so this is just to get an idea for what the flavor is in the concentrate, and then when it's meant to be served properly. Oh. Oh my gosh, okay, so it's good. It just hits you with, it's super sour right at the beginning, and then you start to feel some of the acidity from the vinegar in the throat. So I'm gonna water it down now. And I think, oh, you can already see it's taken on a nice pink color. I think this will probably taste a lot better how it's intended. Oh yeah, that's very nice. Cheers to September berries, but certainly give this one a try. It's probably very different from what you're used to. So if you're looking to experiment with Canadian culinary history, try out raspberry vinegar. Until next episode, cheers.